Finding the best gaming laptop for you can be tricky, and the search used to be an undertaking fraught with compressions. You could get a lightweight laptop with anemic performance or a powerful machine that pushed the boundaries of what can really be called a laptop. We have listed the top 5 gaming laptops and their key features, plus the things you need to consider to help you choose the best one for you. Links to all products with the best prices mentioned in the video are in the description below. You could also find a more detailed analysis and a comparison tool on our website, guidinggear.com. Number 5. HP Victus 15. HP's Victus 15 secures a slot in this video by deftly balancing what you can get at the extreme low end of gaming laptops. We tested this laptop near its entry-level configuration at $799.99 with an Intel Core i5-12450H and an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1650. For $800, you can't expect greatness. Most games will play at least medium settings, though you'll have to turn some to load from the day you buy it. But for the games that can push high frame rates with GTX 1650, you get a 1080p 144Hz display. That 12th Gen H series Intel processor is no slouch when you want to use the Victus for productivity work, perhaps at school or work. If you're looking to spend as little as possible, you can squeeze the value out of the Victus. You won't get the best display or webcam around, but you'll spend under $1,000. One tip, if you can, is to make sure your purchase includes dual-channel RAM. Some stores, like HP's, lets you configure this, and it should improve performance somewhat. The design, while largely plastic, is actually quite mature, even on the low end. Your gaming laptop can fit in anywhere. Number 4. Lenovo Legion 5 Pro. The Legion 5 Pro is the best gaming laptop Lenovo has ever made. For well under $2,000, you get exceptional performance from AMD's Ryzen 5000 processor in an attractive 16-inch chassis. Delivered respectable results on every game we tried, even at its native 2560 by 1600 resolution. And with the 165Hz display, you'll be able to fully take advantage of the Legion 5 Pro's power. Performance aside, the highlight of the Legion 5 Pro is its 16:10 screen. A screen this tall is hard to find on the gaming laptop market these days, and it allows more room for multitasking if you want to use the Legion 5 Pro as a daily driver. The keyboard is also a delight to use, with 1.5mm of travel and 4 zones of programmable backlighting. The Legion's main downside is its battery life. We only got about 4.5 hours of continuous use in our testing. While that's not the worst we've ever gotten from a gaming laptop, it's nowhere near what you'll see from G15. However, it does charge very fast with the included 300-watt power brick. Overall, the G15 will be a better option for folks who often work on the go. The Legion is still a solid choice, and we have to give Lenovo props for the 16:10 screen. Number 3. Acer Predator Helios 300. The Helios 300 makes the most sense as a focused budget gaming laptop, and this Intel 11th Gen takes on the brand nails that brief. The RTX 3060 affords plenty of gaming prowess and makes for a great pairing for the 144Hz 1080p screen. Throw in a healthy 16GB of RAM and a speedy 512GB SSD, and you have a great budget gaming machine. We loved Acer's Predator Helios 300 during the GTX 10 series era, and the current generation Helios still manages to punch above its weight class compared to other $1,500 laptops. It may not be the best gaming laptop, but it's one of the best value machines around. The newest version of the Helios packs an RTX 3060 GPU and a sleeker form factor without raising the price significantly. It also has a 144Hz screen and smaller bezels, putting it more in line with sleek, thin, and lights than in more bulky brethren of the previous generation. The only real drawback is the diminutive SSD, although the laptop has slots for 2 SSDs and an HDD, which makes upgrading your story as easy as getting a screwdriver. You often need to get handy with the upgrades at this end of the price spectrum, and the Helios 300 is no different in that respect. If you're desperate for just that little bit of extra gaming performance and hang the sense of it, or the sound and fury of it, the turbo button is Acer's one-touch GPU overclocking feature. The Predator laptops have this simple feature designed to eke out as much extra gaming performance as possible. In theory, it's a neat feature, but much we saw with the Predator Triton this year, you really only get about 1-3% increase in performance. It also makes your system run very hot and distractingly loud. Honestly, I don't think it's worth it unless you're truly militant about maximizing your frames per second, or have a really good noise-cancelling gaming headset. But for its $1,500 sticker price, the 15-inch Predator Helios 200 provides high-end 1080p gaming performance at a mid-range price. Even without the dubious utility of the turbo button, the design changes are small but smart, like the power cord in the back instead of the side. Having room for 3 storage devices and the price-performance ratio is great. And that all makes the Acer Predator Helios 300 a strong contender for one of the best gaming laptops around. Number 2. Asus TUF F15. The Asus TUF F15 manages to pack some incredible graphics into a much smaller MSRP than you'd usually find because it sacrifices a little processing power. That i7-12700H processor will remain whichever configuration you choose, but it chugs along nicely and we never experienced any slowdowns during everyday play on medium settings. Not only that, but this spec also sends you home with a 1TB SSD, 16GB of RAM, and a 300Hz display to boot. If you're looking to grab an RTX 30 series card but don't want to break too far past $1,500, the Asus TUF F15 is going to be your best bet. we were particularly impressed by how well those more power-hungry components played together in its cheaper chassis. We didn't notice any overheating issues here, we didn't have to make some sacrifices to more demanding titles, and managed to hit more than 60 FPS on an RTX 3060 with consistency. Number 1. Razer Blade 15. This is the best gaming laptop on the market right now, but you're going to be spending a lot to get it. If you've got the budget to play with, we'd really recommend going for the top of the spec and packing an RTX 3080 Ti GPU with an i9-12900H processor and helping it all shine with a 144Hz 4K display. Of course, there are cheaper models out there, but if you'd really like talking about the best of the best, this is where you should start your benchmarks. We've got our hands on a beast of a Razer Blade 15, but it showed us how powerful gaming laptops can be these days. The RTX 3080 Ti i9-12900H configuration I had on my desk was a true monster in its performance. However, this rig's ability to offer such performance while keeping the slimline chassis we've all come to know and love really cemented its top spot among the best gaming laptops on the market. Of course, this is no cheap machine. The Razer Blade 15 starts at $2,499.99 for an RTX 3060 configuration. You're certainly paying for this luxury name here, but if you're on the hunt for one of the most technically capable machines in one of the most portable form factors, the cash is well invested. That does mean this isn't necessarily the best gaming laptop for everyone. Those playing lighter games won't need the horsepower on offer here. And if you're just after a machine you can sign into every now and then, you won't get a solid value by going all out. However, if you're interested in a top-of-the-range rig, our testing speaks for itself. I managed to run Shadow of the Tomb Raider at 74 FPS in 4K with everything turned up to 11 here. While more demanding titles still struggled in that UHD resolution, I was still impressed with the 60+ FPS in 1440p on Red Dead Redemption 2, as well as the 78 FPS in the same resolution on The Division 2. I only needed to drop some taxing visuals effects to hit the higher frame rates in 4K, and everything looked incredible while doing so. You can't beat the Razer Blade 15 for performance, component horsepower, and portability. After all, the only other machine offering RTX 3080 Ti graphics card at the time of writing still can't compete with a 4K 144Hz display for the price. Let us know in the comments which model works for you the best and why. Thank you for watching the video, and that is all for this one. If you find this video helpful in any way, give a huge thumbs up, stay tuned for the upcoming videos by subscribing to our channel. Hope to see you in the next video. Till next time, see you guys later.